Today I'm going to be sharing with you all our beautiful new furniture piece. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of the backstory behind it and kind of how we have redid it and refinished it. And then I will share with you the reveal, and then we're going to decorate it together. So I'm very excited for this video, and I just cannot believe how beautiful that this piece of furniture is. So one of my husband's family members texted my husband a picture of it, and they were like, hey, we were getting rid of this and no one else in the family wants it, so we were wondering if you all want it. If not, it's fine, we just wanted to ask first before we got rid of it. And they had been holding on to it for a while and no one else wanted it. So my husband showed it to me and I was like, yes, yes, yes. I could just envision how beautiful that piece could be redone, and I was like, yes, please, let's go get it. But they actually ended up delivering it because I was getting rid of a furniture piece as well that I've had since like high school, and we asked if they wanted it and they did. So they ended up bringing it, and then they took that furniture piece with them, and it ended up working out so good, and I'm so thankful. It is the most beautiful hutch, and I never dreamed that I would own a hutch like this big in this home, because I always just thought that there would never be room for one, but it ended up fitting on the wall that my previous hutch was on so perfectly, and I just cannot wait to style this piece. I've always dreamed of one day having like a china cabinet with glass doors. It has 3 glass doors in the front to display all my dishes. I will insert clips of what the hutch looked like before, but it was a really beautiful wood color, but it did have a lot of dings on it and it just kind of needed refinished and retouched up. So I was like, what if we just sand it all down and give it that really beautiful raw wood look, and we don't put any more stain or anything over it, don't paint it, we just leave it that natural wood. So my husband spent days and days and days sanding on this piece. It was so much work. So after almost 2 weeks of working on this hutch, it is finally complete, and I'm going to share it with you all. I've been working on the past few days of getting like all of my dishes in it, but I think I'm going to take them all out today and just start with a fresh slate and decorate it together, because right now I just kind of have everything in there storing it. And then my previous hutch that was on that wall that I'm going to show you right here behind me, that is going to go in our dining room now. And if you remember, I have that white cabinet with the doors on it in the dining room, just holding extra decor. We're actually going to take that to the basement, and I'm going to use it down there for storage, and then I'm going to put my previous hutch in the dining room in that spot, so it'll have like that nice open shelving to decorate and stuff, and I think it's going to be a lot more beautiful in there than that other cabinet. So we're doing a little bit of like a switch it all around, but I think it's all going to turn out good once it's done. So enough chatting, let's head over and I'll share with you our new china cabinet. Like I said, I will insert some before clips in just a second, but here is how it looks after we finished it. I can't believe how well it fills in this wall. I feel like it was literally made to go on this wall. I always try to fill this wall up with like small pieces, like chairs, small furniture pieces, my smaller hutch, dressers and things like that. And for a wall this size, I have realized and discovered after getting this hutch that it just really needed a big massive piece to fill in this space just to complete it. So I'm so happy with how it looks and how perfectly it fit on this wall. We did change out all the hardware for crystal knobs. I got those at Hobby Lobby, and I really love the addition of those on there. For now, we are going to leave the back that dark wood color, the original stain of the hutch, because I love the contrast that it adds against the white dishes. I feel like they really pop up against that. Eventually, we might sand it down, or I might wallpaper it, or even paint it or something like that. We will see. But for now, I just really love that dark contrast, and when I close the doors, I feel like it just really makes everything pop. We also are going to add like maybe some little bars of lighting along the shelves to kind of make everything show up a bit better and to kind of lighten it up. So that is still some of our ideas, but this is how the hutch looked before. And then here is a few clips of my husband sanding it. He just used an electric sander and sanded until all of that original stain and varnish came off, and we were left with that beautiful raw wood finish. And then of course in between the doors and like along the trim and those smaller areas, we just hand sanded with a little piece of sandpaper and got down in all of those cracks. Okay, I took everything out and I laid it here on these two tables, and this is some of the pieces I'm going to be working with. I just have lots of my dishes and little baskets and cute little things to put in there, and then I have like these platters because I'm going to put those like along the back of the hutch, and then I really want to display like some of my blue pieces in there. I know I want to use these two on our table for spring, so I'm not sure how long those will be in there. I'll probably get those out when I do our spring tablescape, but I just have all of my like dishes I recently thrifted and little pieces, and then I have some floral arrangements that I have picked up some this year from like Marshalls and TJ Maxx, because I feel like some pretty florals would just really pop in there and be really pretty. So let's get started with decorating. One of the very first things I said when we first brought in this hutch is, now I have somewhere to display my picnic baskets. I hadn't even thought about the decor on the top. I had just been thinking about what I'm going to put in the cabinet, and then I realized how much space I had at the top, and I was like, that is going to be the perfect place to display my picnic basket. So I ran and got that one and put it up there. That's one of my new ones that I recently thrifted, and I am absolutely in love with how that looks up there. So I'm going to grab some of my other little baskets and things. I think my other picnic baskets, I have those displayed in the kitchen, so I don't think I'm going to grab those. I'm just going to get some of my other little like egg baskets and just some of my regular baskets I've thrifted and put those kind of like around it, and we will see how it looks. Now I have this stack of stoneware bowls that I've collected. This one has like a pretty blue stripe. This one is just like a cream color. And then I have this really pretty one with the blue inside. So I'm just gonna kind of stack these, and I might add like some florals in them or something like that. But for now, I'm just gonna stick these like at the bottom. And then down here at the bottom is where I'm going to store all of my little extra decor. And I'm super excited because I just have these few little items. I have some extra rolling pins and glass bottles, a few dishes, and then I have all of this space to grow. This is my extra stuff, and then what is in the cabinet in the dining room. So I have this whole other area with room to grow. So I'm super excited about all of this extra storage. Okay, I think that's all that I'm going to do to the hutch today, because I feel like I just need a little bit more time to work on it and decorate it. So that's all I'm going to share for today's video. But I really like how it's coming together so far. I love all the dishes. I think they're so pretty. And it's still pretty empty. It's not as full as I really want it to be. So we went thrifting this weekend and went to Goodwill, which I haven't been to in so long, to just try to see if I could find any plain white dishes. And I ended up having such good luck. Look at this whole box that I found for $8.99. And it's an entire box of Independence Ironstone plates. They only had the large dinner plates. They didn't have any of the rest of the set, but I'm still so excited. And then I found some other like restaurant-ware dishes for $5 in a stack. I love when they stack dishes up like in a big set for one price, because you get them for so much cheaper than if they were like individually marked. So I'm just really excited about these, and I'm going to be sharing these in a thrift haul soon. It probably won't be my next video. It'll be 1 or 2 videos from this. So like in either next week or the week after's video, I'm going to be sharing out a huge haul of all the dishes that I have found over the last few days to go in the hutch. But I think that these are really going to be so beautiful in there. I haven't even counted them. I honestly don't know how many that there are, but this whole box is full of these plates, and I'm going to go ahead and like open these and start working on putting them out and getting them in here. So I will share with you how that looks too in a future video. But I just think it needs like more stacks of items and to have like a more layered look. But for now, this is just what I had to work with until I found those. So I'm just gonna leave the video off here, and this is what I have so far, but I love how it's coming together. I hope y'all enjoyed seeing the new addition to our home and how I'm starting to style it and decorate it. It's nowhere near finished, but I feel like I had a really good start. I'm just super thankful for all the times that I found those little platters for like $1 or 50 cents each at yard sales and thrift stores, because I feel like they have just found their permanent home and just the absolute perfect spot for them. So I'm thankful that I have collected pieces, and it's just crazy to think about that I didn't know I was going to have a piece like this to display all these dishes in one day, and then it ended up being the perfect piece to hold all that ironstone that I collected. Anyways, I'm so thankful we're finished with it and I was able to share it with you today. It was so much work, but it was worth it, definitely. When we were in the thick of it and we were sanding away, it started to pour down rain, and we had just worked on this thing for days and days on end, and we still had more sanding to do. Stripper, for some reason, did not work. We tried it and it just did not take the finish off at all, so we did have to sand. I've tried so many different strippers and things and they just didn't work. So the only thing we could do was just sand and sand to get to that beautiful finish. But when we were, like I said, in the middle of it, it started raining. I was so ready to be done, and my husband was like, just think of how much we're going to appreciate this when we're done with it. The harder that you work on something, the more that you truly are going to appreciate it and, you know its value. And we're just going to be able to look at this and know how much work it took and just love it even more. And I was like, you were so right. Thank you for reminding me of this. And so we powered through and we got it finished. Like he said, now we can truly appreciate it even that much more, knowing how hard we worked on it, and just love it even more. So thank you all so much for watching and for being here, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, friends.